Warning: creepypastas are works of fiction that contain elements of gore, violence, and other disturbing themes. Viewer discretion is advised. This is your last chance to return to the safer part of YouTube. If you are here by the end of this warning, then turn the lights down, turn the volume up, and enjoy the show. A few months passed since my encounter with the very odd game. I haven't picked it up since switching it off, and soon forgot about it. I left it under my bed in a small box of games, not buying it until one Friday afternoon. My mother was cleaning my bedroom. I got back from college and went up to my room to see her moving the box from under my bed and placing it on the bed. "Sorry, dear, it won't be too long," she said as she continued cleaning my room. I took the box, gave my mother a hug, and went back downstairs. Grabbing my DS Lite on the way, I threw myself onto the sofa and opened up the small box to find a bundle of different games. Which one to play? I looked around the box until I saw a small green game card hidden under all of the other games. It was that weird Pokemon Leaf Green game that I hadn't played in so long. I remember being stuck in the Pokemon Tower, but I was eager to play this game just for old times. Upon going to the title screen, I found that there was a new file named Sorrow, which had a game play of 10 minutes. When I remember, the last file was called Leaf. But whatever. Selecting the file, I'm taken into the game. I am in a school building facing the eastern wall, and in the top corner says the map's name, which is Neglect. There's also a ghost stood at the blackboard. I checked to see if I still had the Eevee named Loneliness, but instead I have a Bayonet named Unwanted at level 18. The sprite of Bayonet is missing its arms. Its right eye is a black void, and there's a small trail of blood from its left eye. It also appears to be frowning, with a modest nature and meta at level 18. Its moveset is Curse and Grudge, except Grudge is full out of power points. Oh yes, and it also has the ability Drizzle, which summons rain when encountered in battle. I speak to the ghost, and an Eevee cry is heard as he says, "Where did Loneliness go?" I exit the house, and I am in a fairly large area, with a gate surrounding the area and 3 ghosts stood outside the gates to the north, all staring at the house that I just exited. The grass is red like earlier in the game, and I find 3 signposts and another house, along with one of those people you see at the Pokemon Tower wandering around. I interact with the signpost, which is to the left of the house I left, and it says, "He brought Leaf here." I go to the signpost, which is directly right from the house. That one says, "Trainer tips." It was my only choice. I had to. I just had to. And the final signpost, south of that one, says, "Trainer tips." She left me as well. Before approaching the final signpost, I decided to speak with the person. She said, "Loneliness." And I am given a yes-no answer. I didn't quite follow what she meant, so I chose no, and she says, "Don't lie." I try again, this time selecting yes, and she says, "Why did you?" Okay, so from what I gather, Leaf also neglected this Eevee, just like Blue did. I explore the second house to find I am in a Pokemon Center with a fog-in effect. Behind the counter is a Mew and a ghost, both of them saying, at the stairs leading to the top floor is a male trainer, Red. I walk my character over to him and he says, "I don't know you." What? We met in Lavender Town. Maybe he was saying that because Leaf abandoned Eevee as well? I go up the stairs and I am teleported to Route 22, right outside the gate. It's raining, the grass is red like earlier, the map's title is Look, and the music changes to the abandoned mansion theme. I try entering the League building, except the words don't budge, so I choose to follow the path that would lead me to the Viridian City. While following the path, I pass a signpost. Upon interacting with the signpost, I hear an Eevee cry as the text displays the words, "Eradicate died. He doesn't notice me still?" The wall which you can normal hop over is changed to a gate, and on the other side of the gate spells the word, "Look." I continue around the path until I get to an area where I cannot pass due to gates blocking the way. On the other side of the gate, there appears to be another word formation. This time it says E. Just a little north from here is a small door in the cliffside where I'm able to enter. I'm taken to a room where in the center there are tiles spelling out the letter E. So that's 2 E's I've seen now. To the north of the room, I see Professor Oak. I try walking past him, but he stops me and says, "Loneliness isn't the only one. E, E, E." It sends me back. I walk back to where I entered and exit through where I'm warped off to the cave named Loneliness. By the looks of things, I am at the northwest part of Mountain Moon. The music ends to silence, and the cave is filled with fog. I walk south where I find a signpost, and just like the previous signpost, I hear another Eevee cry as I interact with it. "I feel so unwanted," says the signpost. I continue walking south where I met with Blue, and he says, "He was nothing but a curse." The screen fades to black and fades back in, and Blue is nowhere to be seen. I chose to explore the cave a bit, walking eastward from where I spoke to Blue. Suddenly, the room changes as if I exited through a ladder. From what I gather, I am in a lower part of the cave with a large pathway shaped like a C. As I walk around the path, I find a third E written on the ground. I head towards the end of the path to a waiting ladder, where I exit out of the cave into a route with a single path heading east, similar to the first path in the game, except I am surrounded by endless cave walls instead of gates. The music begins to play as I notice the Lavender Town theme song. There is a signpost here, and as I interact with it, I hear an Eevee cry as the text appears on the screen, saying, "I'm not a curse." Towards the end of the path, I find a single patch of grass, and as soon as I step into the grass, I'm engaged in battle. A level 10 Eevee scrolls in, but instead of saying, "Wild Eevee appeared," it says, "Loneliness looks sad." I send out my level 18 bayonet and Drizzle is activated. Since the bayonet is fresh out of grudge power points, I have no choice but to use Curse. Unwanted used Curse. Unwanted wants Wild Loneliness to suffer. Wild Loneliness used Grudge. Wild Loneliness is bearing its emotions. Rain continues to fall. Wild Loneliness is feeling agonizing pain. Since I can't use any other attack, the battle just continues with that until Loneliness finally fades from the curse. Except it says, "Wild Loneliness died." My bayonet gains some experience, and I am sent back to the overworld. This time, it is raining. The map's name is Suffer. There is no music playing. The grass patch is missing. There is a door in the wall above me, and the overworld sprite of my character has changed. Her body is completely white, her eyes are red, and she has red markings on her hands. I checked my trainer card to see her sprite matches her overworld sprite. I checked my Pokemon to see if I still have the bayonet, but it's back to full health points, and Curse is back up to 10 out of 10 power points, but Grudge is still at 0 out of 5 power points. I go through the door and I appear outside Lavender Town's Pokemon Tower. The grass has changed to red, it's still raining. The barriers have changed from wooden ones to white ones, and they are also closer, leaving me with a little less space to explore. The Pokemon Tower's door is missing. Music kicks in as the Pokemon Tower theme, and there are 4 signposts beside the tower in order. I read each one of them from top to bottom, and their text is as follows. Why didn't you listen to me? Now you're cursed. You could have saved us both. Do you regret? I remember that the signpost before the battle with loneliness said, I'm not a curse. And before that, the signpost constantly labeled loneliness as a bad curse. This led me to believe that it was loneliness who was speaking through the signposts. Outside of the barriers are 3 ghosts, and when I explore the houses, there is no one in them. However, in the last house I check, which is the one most southwest, I find that the tiles are white with E written on the floor in green. Also, there is a Cubone stood on the letter E. When I approach the Cubone and interact with it, it says, 4th letter E. I exit the house and I appear back in the bedroom at the start of the game. Except the bed is missing and there is a letter V on the floor. I interact with the TV and it says the following. E, E, D, E, E. Put the E where it belongs. 4 E's and a letter V, spelling out Eevee. I head downstairs and the only thing in the room is another TV. I interact with it and it says, you no longer exist. You have no purpose. But maybe you can ask for forgiveness. I leave the house and I am in Pallet Town. There is another change to the overworld sprite, as I am nothing but 2 red eyes and a red mouth. Stood in front of me, looking up at me, are red and blue. I first decide to check if my trainer card has changed. 4 minutes of gameplay, no sprite. The name has changed from Sorrow to Look. I then check my party to see I have a faceless level 10 Eevee named Put to Rest. Its nature is modest, and its only move is Guillotine. I speak to Red, and he says, where is Leaf? Where's Loneliness? Right away, I notice that the word loneliness had its missing letter E placed back in it. I then speak to Blue, and he says, Leaf got the brunt of the curse. It's all my fault. Just below them is a signpost, and when I interact with it, I heard an Eevee cry, followed by the text, Loneliness was put to rest. R.I.P. As soon as the RIP appears on screen, the credits music from Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald plays, and I am locked into the text and unable to leave it. The music would play till the end, and once it did, I am sent right back to the start of the game, where I have the level 10 Eevee named Loneliness. I understand the story now, but do you?